Hey. You want to hear a scary story?
Oh, well, all right, okay.
Okay. 'Twas the night before Merryween, and all through the haunted house, not a ghost was stirring, not even a ghost mouse.
The pumpkins were set on the front porch with care, in prepping for Merryween, soon to be there.
The children were frightened, all scared in their beds, while visions of skeletons danced in their heads.
When out in the cold there arose such a clatter, I done sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, through the front door the wingman came in with a blanket.
He was dressed in all black, from his pumpkin head to his foot. And his clothes were all tarnished with candy and soot.
A bundle of candy he had flung on his back, and his clothes were, and he said trick or treat as he opened his pack.
And with the blood in his eyes and a twist of his legs soon gave me to know I felt nothing but dread.
He spoke not a word, but he went straight to his work and he ate all the children and turned with a jerk.
He done sprang out my neck as the wind outside whistled. And his teeth were of thousands and were gnashing with gristle.
Then I heard in a whisper as the blood filled my sight, Merryween to you all, have a night full of frights.
Thank you all so much for being here tonight. My name is Chuck Amos. I'm here with my friend Pat. Pat, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Pat O'Donnell. We put this little show together to celebrate with you all. How about it, Chuck? Let's sing it to you.
All right.
Merryween is here. Hearts afraid with fear. Pumpkins and bumpkins all smiling ear to ear. Candy in the sack, candy as a snack. Oh, that's too much.
All right, sorry.
Trick or treat and smell my feet if you don't give it back. Raking leaves in piles, mask hiding our smiles, vinyl paints and razor blades in unsuspecting mouths. Merryween is here.
All right.
The only time of year you can hide behind a mask like you have done for years. Hey guys, so we made this little Merryween show to act as sort of a pageant for the holiday season.
Pat, I gotta say, Merryween is about my favorite time of year. I mean, this holiday season is unlike anything else. And you know what? I've been binging the works of Timothy Burton.
Oh, okay.
And it's really taught me about this season and its usefulness.
I think it's very useful, and we hope to show you more. Keep it going. Oh, but we need to probably say a message.
Well, we have a couple of announcements before the show.
Please stay off your phones. You can use your phone at home. We worked hard to make this show. At the very least, just go.
Exit's right back there, thank you.
Merryween is now over. Ghosts and ghouls and laugh. If you're scared, please be prepared.
start introducing them?
Well, we do have some wonderful friends, because as we know, Senior is not just me and Chuck. It's a whole mess of people.
Oh,
right?
we got a lot of friends.
Well.
I don't mean to brag. Not a brag.
Not too.
Just the truth.
Well, so, to start things off, I'd like to invite someone who's very special to me. I've had this person in my life for almost 30 years, and well, I love her, and she means the world to me. It's my beautiful wife, Connie O'Donnell. Welcome.
Welcome, beautiful as always.
I will not stand by while the youth of America is molested by this hellish act that y'all are performing tonight. It is not honoring to Christ. It is not good for the children. And the only reason I'm here tonight is to preserve the covenant that I've made with this man.
Well, you know, it's good to get both sides of things. It's actually really important to hear both sides of an issue. So, you know, since we got a lot of people who like me.
I love my wife and I respect her, so. Well, Chuck, I was hoping maybe you could introduce our next wonderful guest.
All right. You know, we have a lot of friends here at Safety Senior, and one of our family members, well, he's been going through a real tough spot
But
recently. He's still as healthy as a horse.
He's helping us the best he can.
And he has really been given in terms of spirit. Is our good friend James, and I believe he is here with a pal, if I'm not mistaken. James.
All right, guys. I don't acknowledge the okay. We don't want to bring that. He also can't hear too good. James.
So
James.
James, it's great having James. Hey, James.
Hey, James. Hey, Betty. Oh, there's a binder out there. Oh, no. He's going. I think maybe he's stopping right there.
Sure, yeah, James. Oh, James. It's great. We're excited to do improv with you. We're real excited to do improv with you.
Oh, no. He's hey, Mr. Nurse.
Yeah,
Sorry, what's your name?
Barry.
Barry?
Barry, all right.
Nurse Barry, thank
Barry,
you.
can you give us any insight into what James here is thinking or feeling?
Yes, Mr. Candler is suffering from a pretty severe case of body cancer. For the most part, he tries to communicate with words, but where he cannot, he will use his tongue and I will translate.
All right, well, that'll probably make for a good show. Godspeed.
How about a hand for Nurse Barry?
Well, Pat, these aren't the only guests. I mean, we've got some guests coming from all over, and I mean...
He says he's really happy to be here with his friend.
Right, good. Well, you were saying we've got guests from all over.
And I mean, all over. I'm talking to the kingdom of heaven.
East, west, up, down.
Okay.
Heaven.
We just want to bring to the stage our good friends, Lon and Don. Lon and Don.
Now, I think we should probably say Lon died about, 2 years ago.
Tragic car accident. Brutal.
But he is
Terrible.
he's
Mangled his body.
It was hard. We couldn't look at him without
It
a
was sad.
sinking feeling in your stomach.
But we brought him back, and Lon, we know you love to do improv. How's heaven been?
Well, heaven's great, all of it, and hearts, and God is great. Glad to hang out with Him.
Yeah, him. All right, cool.
Yeah. Turns out.
Big, and I don't mean to get too crude here, especially with ladies present, but a big sort of a swinger on God. Big, sort of. He makes it happen, is all I'm saying.
Explain yourself in further detail.
No, I think that's okay.
That'll apply.
I've got a question. So how are you able to walk on this material earthly plane on this day of Halloween?
Well, the spirits are allowed to walk freely on Halloween.
It's like those Disney Channel movies.
Which Disney Channel movies are you referring to?
Halloween Town, maybe. I never seen any other ones.
Any more questions or?
Sure, I
All right.
questions.
Now, Don, you're not dead. You're living, and you do a lot of wonderful stuff at church. I mean, we had a potluck the other night that was just stellar. Brought a casserole that I thought.
And hey, let's hear it for Connie's green bean casserole.
All right, but I really did enjoy what Dawn brought to the table. Now, Dawn, how is it being in a relationship with a heavenly being, ghost spirit type?
Now, well, I'm just grateful to my good Lord in heaven that I get to see my lawn here at least once a year.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, Chuck, it keeps my alive.
All right.
And I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
Y'all ever seen that Patrick Swayze movie?
Ghost. Ghost, yeah. I was going to say it was
Well,
Dirty Dancing.
Is that the one where he's dirty dancing?
No, that's a different one.
Well, I hate
That was
it.
Dirty Dancing.
I'll tell you, I just absolutely hated not being with the love of my life and the love of my death.
Right, how do y'all make it work?
Well, I
Safety Senior! Absolutely.
You're doing great, James. And I'll tell you, so as described in the events of that movie, there is a connection that one can make
with Whoopi Goldberg.
with Whoopi Goldberg.
The actress Whoopi Goldberg?
EGOT winner, Whoopi Goldberg.
You mean like someone's like Whoopi Goldberg?
No, Whoopi.
Whoopi. She gets off the talk,
Yes,
and then
she comes to our house,
Right.
and
Well, I don't know if we can talk about what Whoopi gets up to, but
You guys, you partake in the heavenly dance of love.
yeah.
yeah, that was how poetic of you to say such a thing.
All right, well.
We're very excited to have y'all here, and we used to do improv all the time on Earth, and we heard you've been doing some improv in heaven. Is that true, Ron?
That is true, Chuck. And Pat.
I love you.
Yeah.
Miss you so much.
But are we playing our games? And I noticed I was talking to all my favorite heavenly hosts, Xenophon, Gabriel, Aristophanes, and they play improv games specifically a little differently.
Oh, wow.
There are small differences, but I think they might be a little important.
Now, what specifically, Lon, is different about improv and hell?
Well, if we've got any senior super fans out there, they might remember a little game, one of our faves.
it's called Three Corn.
Y'all ever seen Three Corners back in the? Hey, give it a hand for Three Corners. What? Heaven of a game.
Hi, guys.
Well, up in heaven, they game.
And it's called Four Corner.
Four corners.
So they put another one in there.
Okay, boys.
That's too many people for a scene. It seems like 4 corners might be. All right, well, it seems like 4 corners to me is a little too many people for an improv scene.
Do you want to see how it works?
Sure, yeah.
Let's try it.
Let's try that.
Okay, can I get? Connie. Hi, Connie. Hey, Connie. Do you want to stand right here for me?
Go on,
Give it up for Connie. working together. And then Lon is going to call to switch. And so you're going to rotate to the right, okay? And then now Pat, you and James. I think you get it all right.
Yeah, I think
It's three corners, but two. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, y'all want to try?
So Connie, so you need to get a suggestion from the audience.
I'll just speak right to them. What color are you thinking of right now?
And so purple. Okay, great.
And what do I do with that?
Just anything you want.
Hey, if we could get a move on with this
Great.
action, we got
And so then, can I get a suggestion for these two? Maybe what you had for breakfast this morning. Eggs. And can I get a suggestion for these two? Maybe a geographical location that could fit each other. And then the last scene, now Connie, you're going to be doing two scenes, okay? The two of you, can I get a suggestion? Sodomy.
no problem.
Why was that the suggestion?
All right,
Friday, go for it.
And how are you today, sir?
He says he's fine, thanks.
And would you like to pay for that in cash or card? And what is your favorite color?
That's bad. I'm not gonna say that. He said his favorite color is purple.
And switch. On the right. Aren't they doing great, y'all?
Hey, brother, you're my brother. We are brothers and we live together. What do you want for breakfast? What do you say? Is he okay?
I'm gonna say that he said eggs.
Switch. Y'all switch. Let's give James a break.
Well, I don't know.
Egypt style.
Right,
Pyramids.
yeah, I know what
Something.
Egypt. I know pyramids.
All right, well, then we can get right into it.
It's so daggum hot out here.
It's that, son.
Well, I would suggest that maybe we should go inside this closed door, the stone door right here, and maybe cool down. Maybe we got some beer in there.
Okay. Oh, do you mean that? Do you mean that? Do you mean that they would have beer?
Oh no, I was being facetious. I was being
Okay.
silly.
All right. If there were actually to be beer there, I don't know if do they even drink beer in Asia?
Hey, I don't think that's something you can just ask the
Do
audience.
they? I just want. James really liked that, so I think I can.
Are we in the city right now, or are we talking? Hey,
Let's just open it up, see if there is.
There
beer.
may be
There
beer.
could be people. Let's see.
oh, dadgummit, there's a dang old dummy in there.
Good switch. That's great.
Hey, Connie.
everlasting hell.
All right, well, yes, absolutely, and that takes the scene in one direction. You know, in the Bible, it actually has a lot of mixed things to say about.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say C. Y'all did good. Hey, y'all did good. All right. One of y'all want this?
I'll tell y'all what, we're gonna sing some classic songs tonight, and we're gonna have a real great time. Right off the bat, I would like to welcome to the stage my good friend Lon. Lon, would you care to sing a carol of him?
Yes.
Okay, go.
All right. Hey, y'all, our good friends wrote some carols. Here we go. Let's sing. It's got it. Who's in the Halloween Merryween spirit? Down in the dungeon, thump, thump, thump. Frankenstein makes a big old bump. Out in the storm, all the roads are closed. Stuck with a monster, nowhere to go. What will you do? Boo, boo, boo. What will you do? Down in the dungeon. Pleasure doom. Sorry, y'all, I'm from heaven. Okay, and it's gonna do that again. Okay. I can't see, man. In the dungeon, thump, thump, thump. Half man's demon heart still pumps. Though in his hubris, the fool blames fate. No God could be crueler than what man creates. Merryween, what will you do? Boo, hoo, hoo. What will you do? Down in the dungeon, lies your doom. Frankenstein is after you. Hey, happy Merryween, y'all. Thank you. Oh, my beautiful wife.
Okay, I have some explaining to do. When the boys, my boys, when they told me about this show, asked me to be a part, I thought it was supposed to be scary. And so I decided to dress up today in my outfit. And now, does anyone? Okay, does anybody? A not deer. Okay, so a not deer is an Americana folklore cryptid. And I really went in, y'all, I did some research. And they are mainly seen in Virginia. And they're very scary. So I wrote a song about them. Rudolph the red-nosed not deer had a very scary way, and if you ever saw him, you would surely pass away. All of the normal reindeer would scream and cry and run away. They were afraid that Rudolph would eat their flesh and slurp their brains. Then one foggy Merryween, Rudolph came to say, "If you see me in the woods, you won't live to see another day." Rudolph the red-nosed not deer will surely chase you to your death. Don't get caught by walkers, or you will breathe your last breath. Thank you.
What a great song that was. Yeah, we love Lon and Dawn here at Safety Senior. I mean,
We do.
yeah. Now, Pat,
I love Long. I'm in love with Long.
and recently, now, Pat, I come to understand that you have had sort of a scary experience.
I had an encounter.
Oh, okay. Okay. heard this story
Right, none of y'all
whatsoever.
heard it. So
And-
I'm gonna go off to the side.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna have y'all come on out.
All right, let's bring the rest of the cast out. Let's just bring the rest of the cast out right now. Sorry.
So they're gonna just kind of, okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna act out this story that Pat is gonna tell.
Okay.
Oh, James. Oh, James. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, James. Oh, no.
I feel like James had to try to make that happen.
Phew. All right. Well, Pat, let's hear that story.
Okay. Well, I have it written down because it's a long one. So you guys can just act out. Who wants to play me? Huh? Dawn, you want to play me?
All right. Well, James, yeah. Why don't you play Pat?
Oh, I was thinking maybe Dawn because she raised her hand first, maybe.
Okay, Dawn. Yeah, here. And take the mic.
You don't have to say anything during it. Okay. I'll take it. That's fine. So it's very rare that I've ever found myself believing in the paranormal, the supernatural, if you will. Ghosts and ghouls have never really crossed my mind as a reality, much less a reality that could or would happen to me. I live with my beautiful wife, Connie, a beautiful woman. And although she likes me, she likes to give me heck about picking up my socks off the living room floor. She loves me to the moon and back. We share a quiet life in our beautiful home on Martha Street in the middle of the neighborhood that she grew up in. Since the early 50s, that neighborhood has been home to a number of different block party throwing, picnic planning, pumpkin carving good people. Okay? It must be something about the honeysuckles that bloom in the late spring or the gentle falling of the paper mache leaves that fall from the trees in the early autumn that attracts the kinds of people that love beauty and simplicity to that old neighborhood. We live in a cul-de-sac home to all kinds of Tennessee native bushes and plants like pokeweed, asters, and heck, even some winterberry bushes. This is all to say this place is a dream for me, okay? So, I never had any reason to feel uncomfortable, much less afraid. It was a rainy day maybe 2 weeks ago. Connie was at her spin class, and I decided to take one of my usual walks. And by usual, I mean monthly. I don't mind the rain usually, and I got a very nice heavy-duty umbrella at the Target a couple of months back. So needless to say, I was going to be fine. It was all going to be fine. I took the nice long route that swings past the pond so I could catch a glimpse of the frogs that emerge when it's raining out. It's all about a 25-minute walk, just under a mile or maybe just over. I don't really remember now. Regardless, I was excited to have some alone time because I am notorious for being irritable when I don't get my alone time now and again. I began watching my feet, and I would avoid any of the cracks I saw, sort of like a game, you know. I didn't want to break my mom's back or nothing. I must have been doing it for 5 or 6 minutes before I realized that. Hey guys, I need to get. This is a long story. I'm probably. James,
We're doing improv, remember?
Improv comedy.
Right.
Third Coast Comedy Club. Safety Senior. Do you remember Mary? Oh.
Anyways, I must have been playing this crap game for 5 to 6 minutes before I realized I hadn't looked up once in that entire time, and I thought, how foolish of me, I thought to myself. Look what you've done now. I had gotten lost in my childish game. I looked around, not recognizing my surroundings, first looking behind me to see the street I was on. I'm going to have to change microphones. See the street I was on. There you go. But not being able to make out any of the signs. Then looking forward to check the address numbers, of course. If I could count where I was, I surely could find my way back with the address numbers. I looked at the house in front of me, though rather unremarkable it was. White, 4 windows, and a single blue door at the front, I thought. Odd. The HOA in this neighborhood doesn't usually allow door colors like that. And then I looked at the address number. 000. This must have been a mistake. Clearly the first number had fallen off and this was 1000. That was until I looked to my left and saw the exact same address on the house right next to it. And the same on the right too. 000. The doors were all blue, and the same 4 windows appeared to me like eyes, sizing me up like a predator its prey. I must have made my way into an adjoining neighborhood, I thought, but that didn't make any sense. All the time we had lived there, we'd never known about another neighborhood, certainly not one with blue doors and no addresses. It's not like these were new houses either. Time had clearly had its weather on these houses. Almost too much so. There were holes in the roof that needed to be patched, and some of the many windows were shattered. These houses went on for rows beyond and behind me, and I began walking for what seemed like hours, lost and panicking, desperate for any way out of this isolated length of homes. And that's when I saw him. I say him because he seemed like a young man. He was wearing a hoodie getting out of his car, which was clearly broken down in the middle of the road. At last, someone else. Someone who could explain to me just exactly what I had found myself in, where this place was, and I called out to him. Young man, sorry to bother you, but I seem to have found myself lost in an unfamiliar place. Where am I? What I tell you now is true. I know it to be, for it remains in my dreams nightly. I do not care if you believe me, but I do know that this is what happened. When he turned around, his face was just wrong. I don't know how else to describe it. It just didn't make sense to me. He had eyes, he had a mouth, he had a nose, but they all seemed printed on.
Wait, Pat, hold on.
No, listen! I know this sounds crazy, but his eyes didn't move or reflect light. They were just printed lips and symbols. His nose was triangular and had lines indicating nostrils. In his mouth was a set of printed lips. He turned to look at me, although I don't know if that's even possible. And he whispered something. I couldn't understand him at first, and I asked him to repeat himself when I noticed that his mouth hadn't moved. I began to back away into a run when I heard him again. Do you think that anyone will notice you when you're gone, Pat? I ran. I didn't care about my sore knees or the umbrella that I dropped or the tears welling up in my eyes. I ran. I thought about what he had said. Would Connie, Chuck, James, or Lon miss me? Would anyone miss me? The thought shook me to my core. I felt hopeless, and by the time I felt safe enough to wipe the tears from my eyes, I saw our cul-de-sac. Home again. I walked towards our side entryway through the garage, and I took a second to pause and think. Of course they would miss me. You know, I'm not a perfect person, but I like to think sometimes I bring good things into this world every now and again. And I'll be damned if I don't make some people happy. And doesn't that count for something, anything? Though my memory isn't what it used to be and my hearing is shot, there is a light inside me yet.
Yeah, Pat, yeah.
Inside of all of us. And it's clawing its way to the surface, and that light, when it escapes us, is laughter. Right? That's right. The things that make us so happy we can't stop ourselves from shining. That's what people remember me for, and that's what the people would miss. They would miss the light I bring out in them.
Right. Yeah, Pat, that's true.
The light I bring out in them. And that's when I heard it. A thud from inside the garage. All the color jumped from my face into my gut, and I grasped a broom to prepare myself for another printed face. I walked slowly into the garage with the thought of the light that lived inside me, feeling dimmer than usual. And at that moment, my entire world stopped as all went silent right before the trash can. I lifted it, half expecting Connie's corpse inside. A printed replacement waiting in our kitchen to snatch me up too. I steeled myself and I grasped the handle, and erupting from inside it was a possum!
Stuff about the half man and going into a world that seems like ours but isn't, in just a wrong way, just seems off.
I thought for sure you'd seen a scarecrow.
That all happened to me.
Alright. I gotta say, Pat,
Yeah.
I've been in heaven for about 2 years
I
and
miss you so much.
just about nothing scary goes on, and so I am very frightened right now. That's just about the most frightening thing.
I'm gonna have to work through this till I die.
It seemed like that, up until the possum, was mighty traumatic.
Well, yeah. Do we wanna go ahead and hit this?
Well, y'all, I gotta admit something. I prepared a song, and I'm really excited to sing it for y'all.
Hey, Chuck, why don't you?
Barry, I actually think James is back. Going backstage.
Hey, why don't you sing this?
I'll sing a song, yeah, sure
Hey,
thing.
hit it, brother. Stand.
Pharaoh's curse, oh Pharaoh's curse, you brought life to a mummy. This terror lives in pyramids, in Egypt bright and sunny. His soul was weighed by Anubis, then swallowed by the cold abyss. Oh, Pharaoh's curse, oh, Pharaoh's curse. This ghoul loves naught but money. Alright, y'all, I'm talking about mummies, okay? One of the scariest fillers that I think live out in ancient Egypt. Now, I think we got another song, Pat.
Oh, I got a song to sing.
Okay.
This is about another situation that occurred to me. I wrote this one. Hey, let's snap along here. I've been seeing a Victorian specter. Hey! And it's been lurking on the stairs. Its intentions muddy, its apron bloody, and it's got spiders in its hair. I've been seeing an unsettling phantom. Oh no! It is so clearly out to kill. Just the thought of it gives me chills. And if it won't leave my house, then I sure will. Thank you guys so much. Singing this next song is my favorite power couple. Not even the grave could stop them from being in love. It's Loaded Dog!
Why don't we sing a song, baby?
Okay.
Alright.
I love nothing more, baby. I'm a lady in a white dress. I love adventures outdoors, and aquatic life makes me feel tingly. Oh, my boyfriend, who's a scientist, does his job real well, and don't wake up
Silly face, the top the creature might have.
We love that, y'all.
Love is powerful, isn't it? Love is so
Love
powerful.
between a man and a woman.
And it goes.
And not between me and a man, between a man and a man.
No
That would
way.
be, that would be horrible.
Right.
That would be the worst.
Well, we got a real treat for y'all today. We're gonna look up something that I think is gonna be pretty
We're
exciting.
gonna learn something new
The
about.
history of Merryween. Alright, you all want to know something about the history of Merryween, and so just as a treat, Brother Stanley, could you get us a picture of the very first jack-o'-lantern?
Maybe a good something about how we're gonna learn about how the first jack-o'-lantern was
You
made.
had the idea
Just gotta
to
wait for the
carve
screen.
a gourd into
We
it.
have a presentation.
And it's gonna be mighty exciting.
What does that say?
First jack-o'-lantern. And this was the very first time that someone had the idea to carve a face into a pumpkin or an image.
What are whose Google is this?
I'm sorry, Pat.
Oh!
This is your computer.
Okay, can you click on that first one?
Just the first guy there.
Oh yeah, first article.
Oh?
Like scroll back up.
This is a lot of text. I didn't think it was gonna be
Go
that
down,
much
see it's
text.
okay.
Okay, and there it is. So that's the first jack-o'-lantern. Scarier than I thought it was gonna
Hey, you see some of these jack-o'-lanterns those teenagers carve like, oh!
Okay. Alright. I gotta say, Pat, one of the things that I've been learning with these films that Timothy Burton has made is that just because somebody is scary or looks different to you doesn't mean that they aren't deserving of love, y'all. Just because somebody might have scissor hands or might have a corpse bride does not mean that they are scary. They might be nice people. Alright, y'all. Well, we've got something really exciting planned now.
Hey, we met at church. Our friends, we all met at the house of the Lord.
Yeah, well, Unitarian Universalist Church. And I think that they might have started this improv troupe just to get rid of us, Pat. Who do you believe?
Oh, I would feel so rejected and small.
Very sad. We would feel very sad.
This is a very special guest. This is our dear friend. He's the man who guides our faith.
Yeah.
And he's a beautiful man. He's so good looking.
Smart and young and good looking.
Big
A
muscle.
lot of ladies in the crowd
So
want to
good.
swoop our pastor up.
Ladies,
because-
women want that. And that's what he's Pastor Dylan, everybody.
Pastor Dylan, see.
Hey, why don't you take it back?
I'm doing. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh my God. It's so good to be here with y'all this evening. Oh my goodness.
Pastor Dylan,
Amen.
thank you so much for coming out. Now, here's the thing. With Merryween, it's become so corporate. A lot of people say Hallmark invented Merryween, but we know the reason for the season being
That's
church
right.
people.
That's right. That's right. We know the true meaning behind Merryween, don't we?
Yeah. Well,
But we didn't.
Oh, no, Pat. Come on,
I'm
look at the poor man's
I'm
Pat.
bad.
You are just a gift. Every word out of your mouth is a gift from the Lord. Brother. Amen. Amen. You hold on to that. All right?
Well, forever and always.
We thought it would be really interesting to just have you come out here, give us a brief glimpse into the origins of Merryween. the origins of Merryween.
Nothing would make
Hey,
me
hey
happy.
guys, why don't you come on out here and stand in front of me for a minute?
It's good to see you, Brother James. Good to see you up there, my friend.
How about a hand for Nurse Mary?
Oh, first up, I just want to say. First up, I just want to say. Yeah, I like this one, bro. I want to say thank you all for having me out.
Maybe someone should come stand in front of me.
They are a hoot, aren't they, folks? Aren't they great? Amen. Amen. I just want to say thank y'all. Y'all know I'm a bit of a thespian myself. Y'all know I stage managed our town in high school. I play Jesus every Easter in our Passion Place. But I'm not here to talk about my storied acting career. Pull up my cheat sheet here. I wrote down some notes beforehand when I was meditating on the Word. I'm not here to talk about my acting career. No, I'm here to do 6 scooter tricks, bunny hop.
Wow!
Amen, church! Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This guy is cool!
You're so special, Pat. I love you so much, bro. But y'all asked me here to talk about the true meaning of Merryween, right? And I didn't really know where to start. So I spent some time in prayer. I got to talking to my beautiful, sensual, nubile, vivacious wife. And she was mentioning how special this time of year is to us as a church. Right? I got to think about that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. This time of year, the leaves start changing colors. And we as a church prepare our hearts to receive the spooks and scares of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just like the apostles did on that Friday the 13th all those years ago.
I think he just has to go to the bathroom. Let it happen and you ignore it.
I think the Spirit's got him. You know,
He'll be back.
oh, can't wait. All right.
And that's always James. He's always been a firebrand.
Yeah, that's right. He's hard to contain.
He's been a wild child,
Yeah,
James. Yeah.
But we need that zeal, you know? We need that
Thank
passion
you for
here.
saying that.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of Merryween?
You'd like me to get there, wouldn't you?
I like what you were saying.
All right. Well, we all know that the true meaning of Merryween, as much as it is good to receive a scare, it is doubly important to give a good scare. Amen? Amen? What's crazy, y'all? Hear me. Go with me on this one. Go with me on this one. What's crazy is the Bible's full of examples of this. As far back as Genesis, which y'all know means beginning, right? Yeah. Y'all know Abraham and Isaac? Y'all know that? Can you imagine the scare? You be Isaac. All right. Let's do a little act out.
I was in the war. I was in the war.
How do you know that? Hey, it's laissez-faire at the Universal Unitarian Church, you know, it's just kind of come as you are, you know. It takes all kinds, right? That's all right. So Abraham was promised an only child, Isaac, by God. And then God one day said, hey, Abraham, hey, buddy, come on up there on that mic and kill your son.
Oh, dang! Oh, dang!
Now, hold on. Before he could do it, God said, scared you.
I'm scared too.
I bet you
I was bloody scared.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, and you were gonna do it.
He was.
Oh man.
And you know, I just wish our fathers loved us enough to truss us up like a holiday ham and try to kill us on mountaintop.
If my dad was around to do it, I would have been happy.
You are just a little cinnamon bun of tragedy, aren't you?
I like it when you call me a cinnamon. Sorry, wow.
Sorry, I'm not at the end yet.
Any other instances of
Look. I'm being taken by the Spirit. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Woo! I'm back. It was short. Saw glory. Alright. Oh, yeah, go on. That'll preach. That's just a dress rehearsal, right? For the scares to come thousands of years later at the first Merryween. Who can forget the story of the three scary men, right?
I remember that.
Yeah. There was old Ed Gein, right? He showed up.
Long don't get up.
Yeah, come on, we need an Ed Gein. Wore a skin suit made out of his mama's flesh, right? Scared Jesus talking about the promiscuity of Wisconsin women. Who can forget the candy man, the second scary man who chased the toddler, Jesus, with a mouthful of bees and a hook hand? Who can forget? And who can forget the final scare? Not the scariest, but definitely not the least. M. Night Shyamalan came with the puzzle cue from the Hellraiser movie. And when little toddler JC solved that cube, you know what he found inside, y'all? I don't have to tell you. We can all say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Murder. That's right. Because the real scare was the tension the whole time. What a twist.
Stop works in mysterious ways.
That's right. He sure did. He sure does. And you know, that really was a signifier for the final scare, right? 30 years later, right?
That was the scare. Sorry.
You're getting ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. Oh,
I'm hanging on to every word you say. I'm at the edge of my seat.
You are a delight.
Keep saying that.
So delightful. The biggest scare of all came 30 years later when Jesus was put to death by a totalitarian overlord empire. He died a criminal's death on a murder. And then the real scare was his best friends waiting 3 days to find out that their best friend was the greatest grifter of all time or the Son of God.
I wonder. Hey, wonder no longer, brother. Just a scare. Okay, happy Merryween.
Terrifying. It's really terrifying. So let's all remember this year the reason for the season. It is better to give a scare than to get a scare. That's right. Y'all sing.
Pastor Dylan. Oh, okay. Well, I don't mean to interrupt. Just maybe pass that table with the. Maybe it's a spirit thing. Well, Pastor Dylan, I gotta say, we love that story. We found it very informative, and if you don't mind, we'd love to sing a Merryween carol with you.
I would be honored.
Pat, come on up and join us.
Thank you, Pastor.
Woo! Are y'all ready?
Woo! Yeah!
Here we go.
For sure, should be no problem. Let's get started, bitch.
No.
We got this one.
Yeah. All acapella.
Jason, Freddy, and Michael Myers.
3 bad dudes from slasher franchises. Jason's creepy, Fred likes you sleepy, and Michael has no desires. Whoa, kill me badly, kill me cruel, kill the stud, the slut, the fool, stalk and wrestle, leave a last girl, give me to the gory ghouls. Wow.
I got another one.
Okay, alright, well you take this one.
I watched a lot of zombie movies recently. Hey, who's seen a zombie movie?
Yeah!
distance that would Jingle bells, zombie smells, they'll chase you away. Bite your skin, the virus wins and eat your mind away. Hey, jingle bells, zombies will eat your wife and child. Scream for help and kill yourself when they find their way inside. You could use a gun, or you could use an axe, but you can't turn away the undead at your back. Is cruel and cold, or he is dead and gone. If you hate zombies too, my friend, then won't you say no more? Hey, jingle bells, zombie smell, stench of rotting brains. There is not a greater hurt than seeing loved ones in pain. Hey, jingle bells, zombie help, why should I survive? If I have lost all but myself, then I should too just die. So, hi, honey.
I listened to what the pastor said, and I just want to say that I feel like I haven't been submitting to you the way that I oughta, and
You ain't gotta do that. It just means a lot to me that you show up and be a part of the things I do.
And I know I wasn't into it at first, but I think that after Pastor Dillon spoke, you know, Merryween is honoring to Christ. And I'm here for you, hon. I love you.
I love you, honey.
You don't mind, but I wrote a little something.
You wrote something?
I did. I wanted to prove to you that I have the spirit of the ween man in me.
That fills my heart to the brim with good tidings and joy. You need a beat or something?
Would you give me a beat? Invisible man was a horny psycho creep. I made a goo that would banish you for to watch girls in their sleep. Driven to madness, wrapped in gauze from head to toe, which I kind of think is the mummy's thing. But hey, what do I know? He went out on a rampage, drunk with power and hid from sight. But he tried his best to have terrible sex with the lesbian all that night. Oh, invisible man, the translucent sex is loud. No, you just better hope that he won't break in your house.
Darling, that was beautiful. Well, I guess it's a good time as any. Oh, perfect timing!
I got a Merryween surprise. We got a little bit of competition here. Can we do that?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're gonna do a pie eating contest.
Come on in, everybody. Get your pie. Get your pie.
All right, let me move this pie. We can use this at a table, maybe.
All right, we don't have any plates, so we're just going to be holding the pie. Here you go. Pie eating contest. Here you go. Here, pass me a slice of pie for you. Here you go, Mary. Excuse me, y'all. Connie, just one slice of pie for you. Wonderful singing. I love that song. Here you go, Kat. Alright, y'all, now on the count of three, we're gonna eat this pie. Hold on, I gotta get ready. Alright, I gotta get ready, y'all. Push it. Like that. Perfect. Alright. Alright, you ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go! contest, I would be eating it. I'd probably win.
I'll take it.
How's everybody doing?
Now,
Yeah, this third. Mr.
I'll take it.
James, you won! James! Give it up, give it up.
I love pumpkin pie.
Pull my pants. I pull my pants.
Okay, James, you take care of that. Just take care of that.
Wow, this is just tragic to see a pretty thing like this.
I have pushed past the point of sadness, and I'm in pure apathy.
Don't recognize him like that. I'm sure that he appreciates your support, y'all. Yeah.
Hey, anybody not done with their pie yet?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you don't like the pie?
I'm eating it.
Oh, okay. What I need to say,
Yeah, Pat, what you need to
the
say?
real winner of this competition, whoever enjoyed the pie the most. So.
Yeah, that's Publix pie right there, Publix. Shout out to Publix. Mighty good groceries you get down at Publix. Now, like we said at the beginning here, we want to voice all different types of visions and ideas, and we want to see both sides of every issue, and so we have a very special guest. A
That's true.
very special guest.
Well,
Pat, let me just say she's my niece. Okay, I'll just put it all right there on the table. It's my niece Becca, and I gotta say, y'all, she's been she's been going through a lot of changes that have been challenging for her family to understand. So we're just gonna bring her up here. Niece Becca, would you mind coming on up?
Hey, Chuck, why don't you grab a chair?
I'll grab a
And
chair.
if you want to bring a chair on up, you can sit too, or you can stand. I'm fine with it.
I'll tell you what, here, niece Becca, you can sit right there, and
I'm going to sit. My knees are bad.
maybe I'll crouch. I'll just crouch.
It's good. You comfortable? You comfortable? You comfortable? Oh, thank you. You comfortable?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Got everything you need?
Are you fine? Are you comfortable?
I am in emotional distress.
Hey, Pat, that's the Merryween speech.
Oh, painful. Hurts. So I think we're just gonna ask you a few questions. You just tell me what.
Now, you, if you don't mind. Sure.
Now, you have claimed on some of these social media apps and whatnot, Facebook and the others, LinkedIn and whatnot, that you profess to be a pagan. And now that's mighty scary to people like Pat and I. And so we were just wondering if we could ask you some questions to understand.
Yeah, of course.
Pat, you want to start us off?
Wait. Is that your wait? Okay, wait, hang on.
All right, well, maybe I'll...
No, yeah, you start. I think you've got a more brief.
Sure. Well, niece Becca,
Yeah.
right off the bat, first question. What is paganism?
So, paganism is basically just a term that started getting used by Romans in like the 4th century. It basically just is any religion that's not Christianity.
Okay, all right.
Now, is paganism the devil?
Yeah.
Not exactly. That's a lot of that was brought on by the Satanic Panic and movies in the 80s. But no,
I think I remember that. I was one of the ones panicking. I remember that. I'm panicking a lot now, daily. Now, okay, niece Becca, let me try to dissect this. You say not of the devil. So who invented paganism? As sort of a black magic person, maybe a dark wizard?
well, honestly, paganism sort of was invented by the Roman Catholic Church.
Oh, it's like a construct, like whiteness. That was a surprisingly insightful thing that I just said. Sorry. Okay. Well, how many Christians have you killed? No, sorry. Well, we'll get to that. Is Halloween pagan?
Technically, yes. So Halloween came about from this a pagan festival that was appropriated by the Roman Catholic Church about 1,200 years ago.
Good.
Okay, all right. And here's just a question. What do you like to do?
I like to read.
Cool.
Have a boyfriend. I hang out with him.
Sure, whatever, cool. That's cool. I'm just one of those cool uncles. Whatever you're into is basically what I
Yeah, singing, chanting, drumming occasionally.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Masks.
I mean,
I just want to say no matter what you choose, I love you, and you're always going to be kin to me. So.
okay.
Okay.
I feel like I've spoiled this question. How many Christians have you murdered?
I haven't murdered any. I haven't murdered anyone, actually. I'm 19. I'm still in college.
Okay, so yeah, your life's still ahead of you.
Maybe someday.
There's a lot of Christians out there.
Hey,
All right.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Now, where am I here? Oh, okay, all right. Just to. Can you do a spell to help me lose weight?
me too.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Pretty common pagan weight loss spell. You just take some Metamucil, eggs, cheese, butter, and avocado.
That sounds like a recipe to me.
Yeah, that sounds like basically a regular Betty Crocker recipe. Is paganism just following recipes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, this is changing a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you drink potion? Do you make potion and drink?
I bartend some on the weekends, so
I went to a room the last Thanksgiving. I did see a couple of potions.
Is alcohol potion?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, sin.
If you could tell the whole dang world, just leave them with one thought about paganism. Say, hey, this is me. I'm Niece Becca. I'm a pagan. I'm loud. I'm proud, and I'm not backing down. What would you say?
I mean, really, the only thing there is to know about paganism is that there's no straight definition of it. It's all about.
No straight definition. No, when you
No
say straight.
straight.
No, that's not what I meant.
Here, I got a question.
All right, I will.
Ritual sacrifice? What do you think about that?
I'm okay with it.
What? Okay. All right. What do you mean you're okay with sacrifice?
I mean, I'm not quite as well versed in it yet as I
Like
think.
humans?
Sure. Well, didn't God just? Never mind.
That's I know she's got a point. That's true. God did sacrifice Christ.
This is making me totally reconsider what I think about Christianity and what's real and true. Well, I got one last question.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Who'd you vote for in 2016?
2016?
In 2016, who'd you vote for?
Well, I'm 19, so I couldn't.
Got you.
Who'd you vote for in 2020? Who did you vote for in 2020?
Well, paganism is like everyone deserves a chance, and I thought the best chance that we had was, Joe Biden.
You got we got you.
Wait a minute. Okay, maybe you're not a Democrat, but I'm a Democrat, so hey, that's not so bad.
I voted for Howard Hughes or whatever the most part.
I don't think you can say that. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Beck.
I'll tell you what, this interview really has brought me a lot closer. Have you seen the films of Tim Burton? Timothy Burton. He can teach you that even a Jack Skellington could learn the values of a Santa Claus.
Is that who that is?
Wow! I hadn't even noticed him up there. Thank you for showing me this, Niece Beth. And thank you for coming on to the show. We really appreciate it. Will you stick around?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving the show. It's been a great time.
Well, that means so much to say.
It's
And here,
time you sing a song for us.
Pat, I would love nothing more than to sing a
Let's
song.
go ahead to that one.
Would you like a microphone that works?
No.
Dark, stormy night, a night not unlike this one. It was the night when Count Dracula was born. Bats, wolves, and apes from hoar Transylvania began an orgy that lasted until morn. One taste of blood, the mortal world forsaken, the Night King rose to claim his hellish throne. His eyes hypnotized, he can see himself in mirrors. He's Count Dracula, and he wants to suck your blood. He's Count Dracula, and he wants to suck your blood.
Yeah.
Getting a science teacher who inspired something in James.
Sure.
When he latches onto a memory, it's important that we let him experience it.
Absolutely. Bring him out. Bring him out. James, are you ready?
He wants to sing a song.
James. James. Hey, brother, we're all supporting you out here, man. Can't wait to hear what you gotta say.
I was in the war. This is an old song. Merryween, everyone.
Silent night, silent night, silent night, silent night, silent night, it's a silent night.
I don't want to die.
Well, were you ever really alive, my son?
I was when I was doing improv comedy with my buddies.
Well, if you join me, you can do improv forever.
Well, God, I think I'd like that. I think I'd like to do improv on a cloud for the rest of eternity.
Come home, James. Come home.
I love you, God.
Let's not put a label on it.
Man, it sure is a bummer that our friend James died during our improv show. That takes the fun out of doing improv when our dang old friend dies out of dementia and cancer and also at the same time during our improv show.
I'm going to miss him so much. He's our best friend, and he's gone. He's gone.
Pat,
There's nothing we can do to bring him back.
I'm thinking about the conversation that we just had with my niece Becca. What she was saying about Christianity and paganism not being that far off, maybe just like Jesus gave his life, somebody here, not me, somebody here could give their life to bring James back.
You mean just take a life for a life?
A life for a lifestyle situation.
Brother Dylan, what are you doing out here? What do you mean you'll do it?
I'll take James's place.
You want to be in heaven? You're a pastor. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, that's fine.
Sure, fine by me. Whatever. Fuck it. All right. Pastor Dylan. Cool. Let's just go back and make that happen. Let's do it. Fine. Should be no problem.
Plug your ears if you don't want to hear gruesome sound.
Wow.
What are we doing?
That was the most horrifying experience of my life.
What do you think it hurt?
I feel like I can feel James's spirit somewhere in the air around us. Right?
Brother James, can you hear us? Are you here in the room? Yeah, what's up, dudes? I can fucking hear you. Thanks for bringing me back to life. I think it was a little too vivacious. Put me back a little younger. Secondly, hold on. Are there any broads out there that want to suckle my dingling ever? Into this one? Back in the 40s, I was pretty hot and bothered, if you know what I'm talking about.
You seem so youthful. I mean,
yeah, I got a big cock. That's right, and you know what? Through the power of, I guess, Jesus, and I guess Merryween, friendship, spirits, and paganism, I'm fucking back, baby! Hey, good shit, hey, come on, brother, hey, yeah! Okay, dance up here, woo! Your legs are working again.
This is like...
What's up? What you want to say, bro?
No, it's okay.
wait, well, Nurse Barry, doesn't this mean you're out of a job?
I'm contracted to the end of his life.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
shit.